doing?
Oh my God, y'all, that intro was courtesy of the very lovely. Oh, I'm getting myself in stereo. Yay! I don't think. Let me. Hey, hang on. Yeah, we're real professional over here. Let's check it. Okay, it's not me. All right, because I had the stream up, and I always forget to turn it down. That intro, y'all, was made by none other than Darth Arlena the Suffering. She made that intro. And I just love it. Oh my God. Oh my God, my spawn. My spawn. Hey, honey, how are you? You found me. She found me on the internet. All right, y'all. Welcome tonight. I am so excited. I have been wanting to do this show, Shield Maidens, since last year. It was always been in the back of my mind. I've been wanting to do it. It just was never quite the right time. It's like I want to do this show called Shield Maidens, where we talk about, we honor and protect the lores of our beloved IPs that have come before us, whether it's Lord of the Rings, whether it's Star Trek, whether it's Doctor Who, whether it's Star Wars, whatever. To honor those things that have come before and to scrutinize the things that are today. Okay, we're not all about the bitch, even though we will get to the bitch. It's inevitable. But that's why the intro, Arlena, oh my God, Lord of the Rings is me, Star Wars is her, we got Star Trek, we got it all in there, y'all. And those are the big three that we know
have been ruined.
I was going to say tampered with, but yeah, okay, call it what it is. Yeah, they are on that road to ruination. They're going to Mordor fast. But anyway, so here we are. I'm going to introduce our panel, and then we are going to get to the chat. We have the lovely Louise Sparrow here today. Hello, Louise. How are you doing tonight?
I'm good. This is be fun.
I'm so excited. I am so excited you're here. I'm just like, yay, Louise said yes. And then we have the marvelous, luscious, starry-eyed girl. How are you, sweetheart?
Oh, thank you for having me. I'm really good. I'm so excited. I get to spend time with you, lovely people, and a wonderful chat. And yeah, just talk to people that obviously I talk to in the chat, but it's lovely to actually have a conversation with you all. And
yes,
I'm really looking forward to it.
Oh, thank y'all for being here. And of course, we have y'all, the Sith herself, Darth Arlena. We are not worthy. We are not worthy.
Good.
My great Jedi shifts the dark every little bit. Well, I am just so glad y'all are here. Damn. So let's say hello to our chat, shall we? We've got, you can't see, I can't go all the way up. Leah Rose was first. So hello, Leah. It is good to see you. We've got Atwood in the chat. Welcome tonight. Archer Colin. Good evening. Boy, we just have the other side of the pond all represented tonight, don't we?
Right?
Yeah, we do.
Really
Lots
do.
of bricks.
Coming together. I just love it. And we have Mark the Infinitely Tired. Oh, I'm looking and I'm trying to click on his name so it'll come up. But hello, I'm not in StreamYards right now. I'm looking on YouTube so I can actually see all the names. We have Jester of Sin. Mwah, the fabulous bearded one. Welcome. We have Daryl the Derelict who saved our ass on that intro.
Yeah.
He got it uploaded for us, and Arlene and I are both very, very grateful.
Yes.
Let's see. Oh, there's Louise and Starry. Hey, y'all. Good to see you.
Two of us.
Yes. At Project Storytime, my sensei says he's first. You are always first in my heart, Project Storytime. You know it.
Oh.
Scrolling down. Let's see. And Mary's Game Room. Hey, Mary.
Hey, Mary.
Hey, bestie. How are you doing? Oh, and we have Darth Arlena's master, Pod Racing Palpatine.
Hello, my master.
Yes, creator of Queequeg Jin, done the Jedi way. And Joker Voice, hey, Mr. Che, how are you doing tonight? So good to see you. And I think that's everybody. Oh, wait. Nope. We have Castle. Hey, Castle, and Low Spec Linux Laptop, or the NU, as we call him around here. There's Leia Rose.
JP.
We have Calvatino Calorie Man. Shay, good to see you too. All right, y'all. I think I got everyone.
JP, you missed JP.
Oh, JP, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to
Southern
miss
Viking.
you. Oh my God, I scrolled down too far. And Southern Viking, hey y'all. And of course, Sugary Creep, my child, my youngest, my spawn. They are here tonight, keeping tabs on Mama. You know, they recently moved out to another state, and it's been hard, but it's been good. Yeah, good for both of us because, you know, when they get a certain age, they need to spread their wings and fly. And the mama bird gets to sit there and you weep and miss them, but then go, okay, well, I still have that 12 pack of Diet Cokes in the fridge that wasn't shrunk up overnight. So it is what it is. And thank you, Chester. Mwah. Thank you so
And then you
much.
sit there and you say, "Oh, I have so much freedom now."
Oh, hey, Marcus. Hey, how are you? I'm so glad y'all are here. Okay, let me tell you. Let me tell y'all what we're doing tonight. Okay, we have decided to come together, so you don't have to. But we have decided to band together in this fellowship of watching Amazon's The Rings of Power. Now, Starry and I we've been very open about our thoughts. We will share them with y'all. For those of y'all that missed Loki's review, we were on his panel on Friday morning. So I know her thoughts and she knows mine. We did not pull any punches. But Louise and Arlena, I have not heard their thoughts on it. Arlena has purposely not watched any reviews at all on this, so she could approach it freshly. And what about you, Louise? Have you been watching any reviews, or how have you approached this?
I made sure I didn't watch anything before I watched it, and then I made some notes.
Okay.
After that, I went and watched the actual Lord of the Rings films because I needed something good to watch. And
Okay.
after that, I have watched some of the reviews just
Okay.
to get a feel for what everyone's thinking.
All right. Well, would you like to share with us? Inquiring minds want to know, what do you think of the show overall? What is your opinion so far of the Rings of Power?
So I expected to hate it with a passion, and I didn't, but I didn't
Okay.
feel much of anything. It was flat and lifeless. And that was one of the reasons I went back and watched the films, because I'm thinking, am I in a funny mood? Is this what's missing? There's something missing, and I'm not getting what's missing. And just going back, even the first 10 minutes, it comes to life immediately. And I just decided that's what's missing. There's no life in this.
How did you compare? What were your feelings on? Because you bring up a really good point. I mean, the minute Jackson's films start, it's like, voop, you hear Galadriel talking, and it's like, wait, what's this? What's this? I have to pay attention. You know, you're really honed in on it. How do you compare that with Galadriel of Rings of Power and her narration?
It was Star Trek Discovery level speeches. It sounded deep and meaningful, but told you nothing.
That's
I can't think
fair.
of a bigger insult than that, Louise.
That is lackluster is what comes to mind. And hey, let go, lass. Tickle Trump. How are you?
Oh my gosh.
All right. Arlena, what's your overview of it?
Boring.
Mm.
And boring. I thought it was so boring. I hated it.
Well,
Starts
this is
Arlena
it.
the long suffering.
Yes.
So it's failed. The only thing it had to do for the first episode was get you hooked, and it's failed on both of it.
It did not in any way, shape, or form get its talons into me, so to speak. Because when you watch something, you want it to just grasp onto you, and you're like, oh my God, I can't wait for the next episode. Oh, what's gonna happen? This
Right.
I didn't even know that the second episode had been released. And on Amazon, it automatically goes to the next one if it's available. I'm like, oh my God, I have to watch another one. Ugh. And this is coming from, and I promise y'all, none of us, well, me and Arwen did not speak anything about this.
No, we didn't purposely.
And I purposefully did not watch any reviews. I didn't watch Loki's on Friday. I didn't watch any reviews of anything this entire weekend so that when I watched it, because I watched it yesterday, I could watch it with a clear mind and form my own opinion, because I don't like other people influencing how I look at something. And if I listen to somebody, that's going to be in the back of my head while I'm watching it.
Yeah.
So I do my best to avoid that, because even if it is cringe or whatever, I want to be able to, okay, there's a good aspect, like we did with Kenobi. Arwen and I did with Kenobi.
Right.
There was some good stuff in it that we liked. There was some stuff that we hated. I was looking for that in this. I can say that some of the scenery was beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the only other thing that clicked in my head, and you're gonna laugh when I say this, is when I was watching, well, they're not hobbits because hobbits don't apparently exist, but they are hobbits. I don't understand, but I don't know a lot of the lore
Yeah,
either.
they're supposed to be the Harfoots.
Uh-huh.
The Harfoots, which are, what do you call it? Oh God, the word just. I'm sorry, I was reading Joker voices. Yeah, bullshittery, Joker voice, bullshittery. Yes, this is bullshittery.
Yeah.
That's. I don't want to say Harfoots are bullshittery, but so the word just went out of my brain. But yes, they are derivative. They are a form of Hobbit.
Yeah,
But
Okay, so it's like their
hobbits are like
ancestors.
descended for them, aren't they? But it's
yes,
before they were like
Okay.
settled. So hobbits are like
yeah,
like a nomadic tribe, I think.
Okay.
yes.
So the one thing that I liked, and I really didn't like it for reals. It just reminded me of something, and I'm gonna explain that quickly.
Okay.
The two girls, the two girl hobbits or harefoots, whatever.
Thing one and thing two. I can't.
Yeah,
Nori,
I
I
don't
think, or
Nora,
Nuri, or
Nori,
I don't
and
remember
her
their names.
friend.
Thing one and thing
So
two. That's what I call them.
yeah, thing one and thing two. So when thing one goes and wants to save old boy that fell from the sky,
Not Gandalf in quotes.
Yeah.
and
Not
the other
Gandalf.
one and the other friend is like, no, you can't save everything. All I could think of is like, oh my God, that's me and Arwen. Arwen wants to save every little kitty and kitten and keep them all, and it's me back there saying, Arwen, you can't save them all, you can't keep them all.
She's right. Oh my God, she's right. I'm like, I
That-
want everyone to be happy, and I
when
want to
I
save all the kitties. And Arlene is like, bitch, that's not
No.
life. Come on now.
And it reminds me too, it's like, no, Arwen, you can't be friendly to everyone. I mean, you can be friendly, but you can't be friends with everyone because everyone isn't trustworthy. And Arwen's like, no, everyone is trustworthy. We can do this.
Yeah. Oh, it's
So
like
that
I'm going to befriend the nearly naked man in the Ring of Fire. Nothing
So-
bad could possibly happen.
And Arlene
That
is like,
was-
the son of a bitch can talk to fireflies. Back away 10 feet.
right. So that is the only part that I could like relate to. I hated it altogether, but I related to that because I'm like, my God, that's me and Arwen.
Oh my God, I'm dead. I am dead. She's not wrong, y'all. She and I have a million fucking cats in this house to prove it. She is not wrong. Oh God! And y'all see Jester's name, Jester of Guy Lad Real.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was it for me. I mean, I didn't find anything that I really that just spoke to me and stood out to me. I didn't think any of the guys were absolutely handsome like in the movies. I didn't think
Oh,
any
I
of the
agree.
women were beautiful like in the movies.
I agree.
There was just nothing that stuck out to me
Yeah.
aside from some of the scenery. Some of the scenery was beautiful, but other than that, I don't
Right. Right.
know.
Uh, okay, Marcus. Okay, Marcus has a question for the panel. Amazon Prime is IMDb, so I don't trust the scale. Other reviews posted and 25 million viewed. Furthermore, all 4 stars or less have been removed. It deliberate, others can be. Okay. Are you asking if we think a lot of these have been doctored? Because
Absolutely.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Absolutely.
Well,
you know,
again, yes, it's history repeating itself. You know, we saw it with The Last Jedi, we've seen it with Doctor
Mhm.
Who, we've seen it with
Mhm.
Star Trek Discovery. We know this goes on. You know, we've seen it in real time. After watching Az's video, and I think it was Ryan's video, and they were refreshing live, and it kept changing, and the amount
Yeah.
of reviews that you know, like halved in some cases. Like it's absolutely bizarre.
Mhm.
Exactly. Exactly. So yeah, I don't, at this point, anything can be changed, anything can be fed by
Mhm.
executives. Shoot, as far as we know, Amazon Chills himself could be sitting there typing all that
Mhm.
stuff in. I don't know. Do I doubt that there are people out there that enjoy it, like not just can see good things about it, but that really love it? No, I don't doubt that. And I'm not going to fault them for that because
Mhm.
everyone has their own tastes, everyone has their own opinions. But I watched this under two lenses. One, under the lens of the world of Tolkien, the world of Middle Earth, the world that he created, the mythos that the language professor created, who knew his own damn world. Okay. I watched it under that lens. And then I tried to watch it under the lens of, let's take Tolkien completely out of it. Let's just watch it as a standalone fantasy. And how does it add up? To me, it
Neither.
was epic fail on both ends.
Hmm.
On both ends. At best, it's a really badly written fanfic written by a 12-year-old who wants to sound lofty but can't. And at worst, it's an abomination of Tolkien, and it's just a shitty, you know,
Yeah.
reenactment or retelling of Tolkien. So
So
that's kind of how I see that.
so let me ask y'all this. What the fuck is up with old girl jumping out of the boat? Why? Why? Why did you jump out of the boat? I have been dying to ask y'all this. How do y'all feel it? Because I'm just looking, I'm like, how fucking stupid are
It's
you? While
when
I'm
you
watching
think
it, I'm like, the journey on the boat took forever. You think you're gonna swim that shit?
All right, before y'all answer, let's set the scene. For those of y'all who haven't seen it, we're going to set the scene, okay? The elves that fought in the war, Galadriel and her band of boys, all right, they have been gifted by the Elven King to go into the Undying Lands. All right, they are off. They are off to the Undying Lands, and they're going to go there, and they're going to live out and be happy. Well, it's not like the Undying Lands you can take a cab to, okay? It's not like you take a turn at Rivendell
it's
and there
something
you are.
like is it like a 400-mile journey or something like
Yeah.
that?
Yes, and they're on the boat and they are surrounded by miles and miles and miles and miles and miles and miles of water.
It's a
And then
damn
as they're
parsec of water.
it is, and a whole freaking ocean, okay? As they're cruising up, it's like this wall of clouds. Just you hear the music, and then it like opens like the parting of the Red Sea. So it's not like she could jump out of the boat, and then if she decided, I'm going to go to the Undying Lands, I'm going to go in there, that she could just swim in, because no, those things slap shut as soon as
Mhm.
that
As
boat's
soon
in
as
there.
the boat went through, yep.
So she is in the middle of the freaking water, and she decides, I don't want to go, and she jumps overboard and starts swimming. Where the hell's she going?
What the hell is she doing?
Where,
I was,
She really thinks she's gonna
where's she
swim
going?
400 miles. This
and
bitch is crazy.
this is supposed to be, a wise elf, and it
Yes.
in the stories, even as a younger elf. She was really wise. They said she was a match for the law masters. So all of a sudden, she's completely dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
But it was
Yeah.
dramatic, right? That's what they're going for, the cinematic look. They don't care whether it makes sense.
But
That's
it
a really
didn't
good
even
point.
look cinematic.
Well, they were trying.
I just wanted a shark to come by and eat her and be done.
I wanted that
Yeah.
damn worm to get her so bad.
The word. Galadriel don't need no boat. She don't need no boat.
She's a whammon.
She's an amazing swimmer, jumping out of the boat and swimming for a mile and miles and miles and miles and miles. Yeah. And then a raft happens to come by at some point with people on it, and she, damn it, happens to be saved.
Just happens to be floating there.
Just
What
happens.
a coincidence.
And
There was
then
a
the
lot of
worm
those.
attacks the raft, and one dude survives. What? And he was
Yes.
probably the best looking dude of the whole series.
Yeah, discount Aragorn. That's
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why he was cast. Yes.
discount Aragorn. Who and his character? What was his name? Naminor
I
or
don't even
Naminor,
remember.
Nabba.
Never-
He is not canon. He is not a
Yeah.
a canonical character. So
Mm.
he was created, and they're probably going to have some tension and maybe some romance. I don't know, but Celeborn so far is out the window.
Oh,
know,
but you know what? I
Mhm.
will say this too. One thing that I actually liked was that dumb bitch falls into the water because she's like, come tie yourself with me. And then lightning strikes or something and she goes down. She's being drugged down into the
Mhm.
water. And he jumps in and saves her ass. I appreciated that. I'm like, that's how it's supposed to be. The man is supposed to save the woman. Thank
Except
you.
that he took her dagger, which she didn't notice. But the minute they hit the surface, she wakes up and starts swimming like nothing happened.
And she pulls him up onto the raft because she can't have no man pulling her up.
Yeah, I didn't say I liked all of it, y'all. I like that he jumped in and saved her because otherwise she would have drowned. And we'll
Yeah.
see if she has
Yeah.
any appreciation for him because
Right.
this is not the Gladriel that I know from the movies
No.
because she seems like an arrogant bitch.
That was part of the problem, was that I went in with the mindset, I already know this breaks canon, so I can't like it on that level. So I'm going to watch this and see if I can enjoy it as a show. And they just kept reminding me that it was supposed to be those characters, and it wasn't. And I didn't like her.
No, she's really unlikable.
She
Even
is.
before she speaks, when she's climbing on that ice wall, like
When
completely,
she's a little girl.
Yeah.
just
She's a
completely
little girl.
abandons the troops.
Oh my God.
Let's not go in formation so we can all help each other.
Yeah.
I'll just go off in front because I'm going to be so much more help. And
Yeah.
oh god,
And then how the hell is it that they're in the caves and that troll attacks them? And these are experienced fighters, correct?
yeah,
Supposedly.
Okay, these are experienced fighters that are with her. And they're getting their asses whooped by this troll. And she just goes in there and boom, boom, tears up the troll. It's like, oh my God, please stop. Please stop. It's so ridiculous. It's just, I'm all about strong women in movies, but I want like Carrie Fisher in Star Wars, strong woman. I want
Yeah.
like, what's her name in Aliens, strong woman. I want
Yeah.
old girl in Terminator, strong. That's what I am looking for.
Yeah.
Right.
And this is just, I'm just
Sorry, I'm scrolling up.
over it.
She-
I hated that shit. I hated it.
But it's the way
She
that.
wasn't right for the part. Sorry, Starry.
No, you're okay. It's the way it was done. Nobody minds killing a snow troll or whatever it was, but it should have been a joint effort because they're supposed to be a team. Not that you can tell.
Mhm.
The way she would have, encountered the trolls, she wouldn't have been waving a sword. And yes, she has got training, but
Mhm.
she's got magic. She can get in people's minds. Surely it would have been better to, you could have had this scene where it shows, maybe she stuns the troll. And
Yeah.
then the rest of the soldiers can attack it.
Right.
It just felt so forced. Then you could see in the background that the other elves, they were just stood there with the swords. They weren't doing anything.
They weren't
What
doing it.
what was the
These
point of
are
them even being there then?
experience. Oh my God.
I mean, what do they do? Are they the ones that fetch the water? Are they the ones that go out and get the kindling? Are they the
Yeah,
ones that like
yeah.
stitch up her armor when it gets a little banged because she just gets done kicking snow trolls' asses? What good are they? What kind of commander? Hello, what kind of commander is she if she can't even train her men
Mhm.
to stand up and take on a cave troll? Not a cave. Excuse me. Sorry. I'm thinking Fellowship that took all of them, all of these big,
Yeah.
strong men. Even the hobbits were trying to kick ass. It
Mhm.
took them
Yeah.
all to bring down this one cave troll. And her men just stand there going, they got soy. And she comes in and in a flourish, without even skipping a beat or being out of breath, takes his ass down and looks at them like, what good are you?
But they'd gone looking for Sauron. What if they'd have run into him? They wouldn't have been able to defeat him.
Exactly. If they can't do it, I mean, it's so stupid. I hate it. I hate it so much.
They're her attendants, y'all. They're
It
her
was
attendants.
It was a terrible missed opportunity as well because you could have done an amazing choreography scene with
Yeah.
them working as a team. Apparently, they've been fighting together for centuries, but no, they just let her do it all.
Mhm. Exactly. And it's ridiculous. I hated it so much.
Hey,
Ugh.
RD.
At the
All
sa-
right. Well,
same
then,
time, though, they're making the elves look bad. This is the setup for the story. The elves are weak. They're stupid. The whole pageantry with sending her off was empty. So you hate them all to start with.
you do. You
Ugh.
really do. And okay, since we're talking about, you know, fucking birds in our bonnets and all that good stuff, can I just say Elrond? Y'all, Elrond
The poet.
descended from royalty. He descended from nobility. Him and his brother, they are descended from Luthien and Beren. Okay, he is Elven. He is Elrond half Elven. You know why he is that? Because they were both given a choice. They were both given a choice. You can either choose immortality and live amongst the elves, or you can choose mortality and live amongst men. Elrond decided to choose immortality and live amongst elves, and his brother chose mortality. And guess what he did? He went off to become the first freaking king of Numenor.
Mhm.
So when Miss Thing sachets up to Elrond and says, they're meeting, but lords only. I'm like, bitch, you're talking to Elrond.
I know.
Yeah.
If he's not an elven lord, who the hell is?
Right.
They have relegated him to a speechwriter. He's a speechwriter for the king.
Yeah.
And when they introduce, see your friend is around as if they wouldn't know who Galadriel is. Neither of them are nobodies.
Yeah, they're just, okay, Elrond and Galadriel, Miss Crazy who's off looking for Sauron and Mr. Speechwriter on his scroll. And their interaction was some of the driest. Oh my God. And when she got on her self-righteous high horse, you have not known what I have known. You have not seen what I have seen. You haven't had pain. I'm like, bitch, pain is pain.
Yeah.
There's
all
one
about
bit
her.
where she looks like she's like a fembot and she's malfunctioning when he says when he
The
says to me,
twitch.
like, of course that's because you feel conflicted, and she has like this, I don't know, like spasm, and she's like, conflicted. What is that?
And can I just say too, I hated their whoever
Deborah.
did the costume design, whoever did the costume design, it's trash too. I mean, they've spent all this money,
Yeah.
and I can only point out one or two scenes that were gorgeous, that I thought were beautiful.
Uh-huh.
And
Mhm.
the costuming is horrible. Uh, it's dark most of the time, and
Let's
I
see.
just the interaction between the characters, there's no chemistry between any of them.
There's not.
There is no I mean, what are we supposed to like these characters? I mean, what am I don't even know what to think other than it's boring and stupid.
Yeah. The problem I have found with the way that they're written and the way that they're acted and directed and kind of everything combined is they are one-dimensional.
Very.
And a long time ago, no one really cares, but a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, I used to be an actress. And one of the things that we were taught and that I always tried to do is you can say nothing but act with your eyes. Not this weird, the one who was seeing the eye kind of shit that she was doing in there, like Loki pointed out. But act your feelings, your emotions, whatever you're trying to express with words, do it in your eyes first. Because that's where people connect. That's what we tend to watch.
Audrey
Are
Hepburn,
the
perfect
eyes.
example of that.
Yeah. It's got to go through the eyes first and then
Matt
come through the word.
Smith. You look at him as the Doctor and knowing House of the Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Phenomenal actor.
He is a great
Exactly.
actor. We were talking about him the other day. I
Mm-hmm.
think we were just playing Fortnite and chit chatting about Matt Smith and some of the roles that he's played and how fantastic he is in each role.
And he's so different. He's so, even the way he moves his face and his mouth, and again, back to those eyes, it's all different with each
Mhm.
character. And
Yeah.
that's how you really know someone has, and you don't have to be a Matt Smith. You can be a new actor on the scene. But the ones who are studying their craft and really researching their character, that's where it all starts, with the face.
Mhm.
Everything about the face, the emotion, what you're trying to say, the expression, the thoughts, it all comes out in your face and your body movements. And when that is not there, when it's just wooden and it's surface, people aren't idiots. They're going to see it and they're not going to connect with the character. And that's what I'm hearing. That's what y'all are saying. That's what I'm hearing a
Yeah.
lot of. The characters are hard to relate to and hard to connect with. And if you don't connect or relate to a character, you just don't give a shit. You want them
Exactly.
being eaten by the worm in the middle of the
Yeah,
ocean
you do.
in the
Eat
first
'em.
20
Eat.
minutes.
Get 'em, worm. Get 'em.
And they keep, I'm fed up of them. And it's not just this show, but
Yeah.
the the way they tell you what they're doing and how we're supposed to think. My dear friend, yeah, but you're not dear friends. There's nothing in your performances to tell me that you're dear friends, and I know who you're trying to be. There's
Yeah.
Mhm.
no warmth there. I mean, she talks to him like absolute shit.
She
Yeah.
does.
But
She's
none of it was
disdainful
set
of
up.
everyone. I'm sorry, Louise. Go
Exactly,
ahead.
Louise.
None of it was set up. They mentioned what happened at the beginning, and then and they said, "Oh, she's warrior," but
Yeah.
none of that was earned. None of it's set up. She doesn't act like a warrior.
No,
Well,
she
It's
doesn't.
it's insulting because they are relying on the established fan base that has been there for 50 plus years with Tolkien and his works and his words. They're relying on us to be there and support them, but yet they are not giving us said established world of 50 plus years or more. So
Mhm.
Yeah.
they are taking that and they're saying, okay, we don't have to explain anything because Galadriel has always already been there, except they are not giving us a Galadriel of the books. So what the
Mhm.
hell, Amazon? What are we
Mhm.
supposed to do with this faux Galadriel that you're throwing in our face saying, no, this is what Tolkien intended. This is
It's not.
really what he meant.
If
And
he
then there's
meant it, he
surprises
would
and
have wrote
pushback.
it.
Yeah, that's not her.
Mm.
The whole scene where she's the little kid and you got the kids picking on her and she makes her origami boat and sails
Ugh.
it down. What is that supposed to be? I don't know what the hell part of an old part of the
creek.
Anduin shit. I don't know where the hell they
I
were
don't
supposed
know.
to
It
be.
looked like a creek to me.
Yeah, it did. It was the creek. She sailed it down the creek, y'all. And there she goes. Bye bye. There goes her origami boat. And the one kid, sinks it, burns it, whatever the hell he does with it. I can't even remember, to be honest with you. And then she just goes all rage on him and fights him and starts beating him up, being tough. And then her brother has to come out and console her with wise words and all that shit. I'm just like, that's not Galadriel, because he explains, even as a young child. Yeah, she could be fiery, she could be saucy, she could be sassy, but she always had this wisdom and this knowledge and this kindness for people. She could read people, but she treated them kindly. She treated them with an otherworldly wisdom that she has had since she was a child. Where the hell was that Galadriel in that scene?
It's the same with all of the elves, though. They don't embody them in the writing, because one of the things that jarred me was when they're in the ice palace and they've found the mark and all of that. He says, "Oh, well, it's been thousands of years. They'll all be dead by now." Why would an elf be thinking that? Sorry.
No,
Yeah,
That makes no
yeah.
sense. Yeah.
they're acting like humans.
Yes, they are.
Unless it's cool Ocean, who has no emotion at all.
Cool Ocean.
I can't call him anything but that anymore. Loki ruined it for me.
The elf that put his hand in the fire. Why would you do that?
Thank you,
Even if
Starry.
you couldn't feel it, you wouldn't. An elf wouldn't do that.
Because that was stupid. That was stupid to do. Oh God, don't get me started on the haircuts. I raged about that on Friday.
Ugh.
You
To
know,
me,
they had
that's
to go to-
Razor they've
me-
got there.
yeah. To me, that's a part of the attire. Talking about the costuming is just so bad. It's just so
they go
bad.
down to the nearest GQ Smooth barber. All of them
I
use the
don't
same
know.
damn barber and say, "Yeah, I want shaved in the back, but this big poof in the front, or I want
Yeah.
a smooth buzz all over."
Oh, okay.
I'm Cool Ocean, and I have to look schmoozy.
So I do have one character that I actually liked, and
Okay.
that was the dwarf.
Big Mama, or
No, the prince.
Yeah.
The
the
one
soy
that
boy who boo-hooed because he can't quit Elrond. Him.
the one that was hitting the rocks.
Yeah, Durin, Prince Durin.
Okay, I didn't know his name.
All right,
Prince
no, he
Dwarf.
wasn't bad. He wasn't bad.
He wasn't bad. I liked him, and I actually liked his wife too.
I loved his wife.
What really screwed me up is they were putting her in the promotional video, the promotional stuff, like she's a main character. From what I saw, she's not a main character. She's a supporting character in a supporting role where she's just his wife, and
Yeah.
he's not even king. He's just a prince. So
Yeah.
why did they have to put her out there like she's a main part of the whole story? I actually liked her character and his character. I thought their their banter back and forth was silly. And to me it wasn't Tolkien, but that's really kind of the only part that I liked of all of it.
They had
They were
chemistry.
interesting.
You,
ahead,
you, I believed that they were a married couple. I didn't believe that Elrond and Galadriel were friends, and have been friends
Right.
for centuries.
Yeah, exactly. I could believe they were a married couple. Yep.
If they had cut out the whole, "You didn't come to my wedding. You didn't come to prepare for my children. Oh my God, I can't quit you, Elrond." If they had cut all that bullshit out, I would have been fine. Because I agree. Once Big Mama comes in, and I can't. Y'all, I'm sorry. I give them all nicknames because I can't remember who the hell they are. So once she comes in, and have a seat, and he's like, "Oh, that's my darling." Okay. I loved all that. I did.
Yeah.
And I loved when they went down into Khazad-dûm, into Moria. I thought that was beautiful. That was a pretty scene. That was a pretty
Yes, it
scene.
was.
I
But
liked them, but I found the whole of the dwarf thing to be comic relief.
it was. I agree.
And the dwarves should be more than that. Again,
They really
that-
should be. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I want to address Archer real quick. It's not okay. You ladies are missing the point. It's not Tolkien's Rings of Power. It's Game of Thrones Rings of Power. It's not even Games of Thrones Ring of Power. Bullshit. Because at least Game of Thrones had good writing. Now they did pooch it on the last season, and some people say more, but at least for the first, say, 4 or 5 seasons, it was pretty on point, and that writing was solid.
Yeah, it
This is
was.
boring sauce. This
And hey,
isn't even up
Felix,
there.
Star
Oh,
Wars
hey,
Geology.
honey. Hey. How are you doing?
And did we say hi to Mac? Mac's here.
Oh, I did. I snuck him in. Hey, Mac.
Oh, okay.
But let's see.
Big Mama
Disa was
played by
mentioned once, I think, by Tolkien. Yeah, Big Mama. Disa, that's her Disa. She was fun. She
yeah,
was-
I thought she was perfectly fine. I actually had no
Yes,
qualms
Andrew, we
with
did.
that character.
We did. They're either going to make Elrond gay or asexual, which kind of kills Arwen and her brothers. But
Yeah.
we won't talk about that, will we? Because this is Rings of Power. Oh,
It's
here we
definitely
go.
next, wasn't it?
Yes.
So,
Oh my god.
oh, geez, sounds like a JJ
Ugh.
abomination.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so let's ask the hard questions then.
Mm.
What did y'all, aside from Big Mama and the Prince, what did y'all find like? Okay, this was kind of neat. Bueller.
The ending credits. When it was finally
Oh,
over.
that was a tumbleweed.
What did y'all think of the intro? Let's talk about the intro. The sand.
That's how much it impressed me. I don't even remember it. I watched 2 episodes. And I can't even remember it. And I just watched them yesterday.
Gotcha. Okay.
I liked it when it made the pretty pictures where it made like the tree of Gondor that wasn't the tree of Gondor, but
Okay. Yeah.
yeah, it wasn't
Yes.
really very. I was like, is this sand or is it crumbs? I feel like I need to vacuum.
I like the color of lovelorn chick's gown, that beautiful, vibrant cobalt blue that apparently she's the only one allowed to use in the entire village because everyone else was like in shit colored garments. But
She's the one that chopped the head off of the orc,
oh
right?
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Okay,
of Blix from Legend. Yeah, where you see the talons first and then the tongue.
Mhm.
I'm like, Legend did it good 100 years ago, y'all. Sorry, but whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was her. I like that. I liked her dress. I'd wear that dress. I love that dress. I thought
I
that was
actually
beautiful.
kind of we didn't really learn a lot about her, but I kind of liked her character and the fact that to me she was a woman, a feminine woman, but when
Mhm.
it came to protecting her son, she did what she needed to do to protect her child.
Yeah.
True.
I did like that part.
Yeah. And I like that she was like the healer and had the herbs because that's kind of my jam. I'm kind of into that. So I was like, yeah, I could kind of that is a character if they took the time and the effort and really developed her, I think she could be salvaged. I think she could be worth something.
Yeah.
Her
She's
son,
she's
I
one
don't
of
know.
them. Yeah.
He
Sh-
kind of, I think they're setting him up to be either lured in by Sauron because he's so fascinated with that sword. And I know, weren't those people that were like people of Morgoth or something, that they had been loyal to Morgoth at one point? Now, I know they're conflating Sauron with Morgoth, which is another thing that irritates the shit out of me, but okay, it is what it is. Did y'all get that from him and from the people?
Yeah.
The people of the no baths, of the no bathing, except her.
Nobody washes in Middle Earth, apparently.
For God's sakes, just go stand out in the rain for 10 minutes and it'll get you cleaner than what you look like.
Just go jump in the water. It's fine. It's not gonna hurt you. We
Yeah.
promise. Just do something. Can you imagine what that town smells like? Ugh.
You could smell them a mile away.
Well, we must be near this town. Oh, holy
I mean,
crap.
even the hobbits, as dirty as they were, wearing freaking acorns and foliage and all that shit on their heads, even they look cleaner than those townspeople.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I found really jarring about the
Hey,
pretend
Loki.
hobbits is the accents, Louise. There's
Oh,
they're really dodgy. Nobody's got the same accent, right? Nori's mum and dad have got completely different accents to her. Lenny Henry, I don't know, he sounds a bit Welsh. I don't know what he's doing. I'm like, what is it? It was just as if the showrunners just went, just do a regional accent from Britain.
I think they were going for Irish, and the Dwarves were going for Scottish, but they sort of meandered somewhere between.
They mingled.
Yeah, that's what
And
it sounded to me like. One was going closer to Irish, and the other was closer to Scottish, but they weren't that great either way.
and Red Zero, doesn't that tell you something when one of the characters that's not from Tolkien is one of the most interesting ones?
Yeah.
Now, how sad is that? How that to me, you've got Galadriel, you've got Elrond, you've got Gilgalad, you've got freaking Celebrimbor or whatever the hell, I can never remember his name. Even though, oh my God, when he pranced up there in that fucking powder blue robe and he's like, hello, or whatever the hell he said, and he did his arms like, I'm here, and that swoopy hair. I'm like, dude,
Why does he look so old?
I
Elves are
don't.
meant, no offense to the actor, but elves are meant to look young.
I can't. I just can't. Oh, bye, Joker boys. Have a good
Bye.
stream and ease up on the Jameson next time you watch this show. It'll honey, it'll be all right. Trust me. We'll get through it together. Yeah, I have no idea, but all I kept thinking about, I don't know if y'all have ever seen it. It's a I forget the group that does it. It's found on YouTube. It's a show called oh shit, now I can't remember what the hell it is. Standard Roll, I think. Standard something. Anyway, it's
Critical Role.
no, it's not Critical Role. It's another one. I found them before that. Standard Action. And it's that kind of thing, but they're acting out. They're not playing D&D, but it's like you're watching a campaign in real life. And she's sitting there and she's talking about her mages. Her boyfriend is a mage, and he wears this powder blue robe. She's like, well, first she calls it a powder blue dress, and she's like, oh, excuse me, I mean air quotes robe. That's all I could think about when I saw him come out. I'm like, dude, did you check your testosterone at the door? Come on now, soap opera actor here, which no shade to them. They do a good job. I just don't want to see it emulated in any kind of anything related to Tolkien. But he did. But maybe it catapulted, or not catapulted. Maybe it has the gift of teleportation, because they teleported a really long distance in about boop, just like they walked up to Moria. We're here
with no provisions or anything.
No
Yeah.
provisions at all.
What the hell was that all about?
We're here. I was just like, what? Come on now. I heard the show claim that they're not quite right after the Evoke UK ones. See, okay, and Louise and Starry have talked about this, and they're really the ones, because our American ears sometimes have differences in the nuances between Great Britain accents, but even then, I agree. I heard some wavering. I heard some wavering.
Found it really jarring, and it were things like that, like how they sounded, and again the haircuts and everything. It really, anytime I was remotely like almost getting into it, I was immediately pulled back out, and silly editing things like just leaving Celebrimbor outside.
Gosh.
He's just gonna wander around Moria for a few days, chilling. Talking to birds, doing his arms in the sky, like, look at me, I am an elf. Yes, look at my swoopy hair. I can't. I just was like,
And okay, so what was? I know we only got a few minutes left, but what was the deal with what was it, Nori or Nora, whatever? Thing one. When Thing one really wanted to help old boy that fell from the sky. There's fire all around him. You're walking on the fire and kneeling. I mean, does this not burn you? And then you grab his hand and he wakes up and goes freaking out on you and freaks out on you. And you're just like, oh no, it's okay. We still need to help him. What the hell is wrong with you, woman?
She said at one point the fire, like she sticks her hand in it. Dumbass.
Honestly, it's just full of idiot.
But do you know what that was a throwback to? I figured it out. That was a freaking throwback to when Gandalf puts the ring in the fire and then pulls it out and he says, "Hold it, it's cool to the touch." And Frodo feels it. He's like, "Ah, yeah." You could tell. He's like, "Oh yeah,
right,
cool." That was that is they are doing everything they can to establish she's the chick Frodo. So that's what it's cool to the touch. It doesn't burn. And then not Gandalf, air quotes, wakes up and has a freak out on her.
Yeah, like just screams in her face, and she's like, ah, and like they're like, no, we still gotta help him. What the hell? What is wrong with you? Arwen,
she saw him as
trying
a big
to help
cat.
Everyone.
She saw him as a big cat, Arwen. She's like, I see whiskers and I see little furry, little ears and I see a tail and you got Arlena back there. No, bitch, it's a dude who fell from the sky. Leave him
Get away from him, Arwen. Get away from him.
See, Arlena and we have not talked about this before tonight. No. So I had no idea what she was thinking with those two. No clue, but it makes sense.
And you don't know how hard it was to keep all that in when we were playing yesterday and today.
Frodo.
I want to say it so bad, but I can't.
Femdo, y'all. Femdo. I am dead.
Oh my God.
I don't know. So what are y'all? Oh God, this is a loaded question. What are y'all? I was gonna say, what are y'all looking forward to in the next episode? But shit, I don't know what we can expect.
The ending credits.
Because it was so all over the place.
I tell you what I'm looking forward to. It's in the trailer. Galadriel ends up behind bars.
He becomes Sauron's hoe. That's what I'm looking forward to. Jester, don't
Yes, Jester knows. Jester knows.
Jester. I'm dead. I'm getting red from people from the chat. I'm dead. Y'all are. I'm gonna be going through the whole thing. I am. I'm determined.
I've got to do it now. Committed.
We're committed. That's right.
Yeah. Arwen done pulled me into it, so I gotta watch it.
Great.
Yeah, it's a two-edged sword, I think, because I'm looking forward to Numenor, to see Numenor on screen.
So
they're just gonna mess it up.
Okay, are they gonna have Elrond's brother be there? Yeah. First king of Numenor, y'all. Elrond's brother, or is he just gonna be conveniently forgot?
He'll be because of that woman's the Queen Regent, even though she wasn't a queen.
So
it's got to be a female monarch.
Oh God!
Yeah. Power of the vagina. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Mac. He's falling on his sword with us.
If you're not gonna follow Tolkien, and obviously they are not, then if you want to write a strong woman, look at some of the women in history. There are plenty of them to choose from. Eleanor of Aquitaine, Elizabeth I. Mm-hmm. I mean, there are plenty of women that can give you examples of living in what was considered a patriarchal society and being a strong woman and getting your way. Mm-hmm. There's plenty of examples. But no, they've just got to be the
No.
bestest ever.
because they're lazy. They
Ugh.
can't even take something that's been established for a very long time, entrenched in culture around the world, one of the most beloved IPs ever, already written out for them, spelled out. They could take that and they could, even with just the appendices, they could have made something really special.
Yeah.
But nope.
Yeah.
They had to
And
drag all their bullshittery into it. I'm sorry, Joker Voice, you're not here anymore. There, we got it. You got your bullshittery.
yeah.
But they
Archer
didn't want to do
Cullen
that.
asked a good question. Queen Regent for whom? Because yeah, a regent is usually when the king is absent from the kingdom on, um, you know, doing battle or something, or
Mhm.
for a minor. Unless they said she was a queen regnant, but she would be the actual queen. But if they said regent and not regnant, then yeah,
Oh, I don't
that's
know.
just
Yeah.
That might have been me not being able to read. I don't know.
weird.
Yeah, look at Catherine, Henry VIII's first wife. She was regent
Yeah.
for him when he went off to war with France.
Uh-huh.
And from what I
And so
understand, she
was
was a
Catherine
damn good
Parr.
one. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
The lunch lady is strong. She has a hairy wart on her cheek too.
Oh my god.
All right. Well, before we get out of here, is there anything y'all would like to promote or briefly touch upon before we say goodnight until next week?
No,
Luis?
no, this is probably the only thing I'm doing at the moment. So
Well, Louise will be back, y'all. She'll be back. She
Yeah.
will be
Yep,
back.
she hasn't got a choice now.
Damn straight. Starry, anything you want to add or say
Hey,
that what you're going to be doing?
I'm going to be doing some more Doctor Who things on Type Photo. It's really exciting because the channel's just hit 1,000 subscribers.
Nice.
So yeah,
Nice.
really excited about that. And I think that's it for the moment. Apart from doing this Rings of Power and trying to get through it best I can.
Thank you for your service.
Yeah. Right?
What about you, Darth Arlena?
Well, y'all know VacTube tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. And then Wednesday, Arwen and I will be on my channel doing Sugar and Spice. And I don't know from there. We'll figure something out.
We're going to play it by ear.
We're gonna
Damn
play it
straight.
by ear.
Ah, all right. Well, this has been fun, and we are just scratching the surface. We will be back next week, 7 o'clock here on my channel to discuss the next episode of
Mhm.
Rings of Power. And remember, y'all, Arlene, you want to add something?
Oh, I just wanted to say, can we watch the intro video again on the way out?
Yes, yes, we're gonna close again with the
Yeah.
intro video because man, it gets me pumped up. I love it. But y'all remember, there is still good in this world, and it is worth fighting for. And damn it, let's do it. Bye, y'all. Have a good
Bye.
one.
bye.
Over.